That's right, everybody. Coming up on today's Cheap Pops, Ricky Starks makes a return to a wrestling ring. A former AEW star gets ID'd. Bobby Lashley is tired of talking about black. And who attacked Jade Cargill? We dissect the segment that happened on SmackDown to find out who did it. And I wish I had a whiteboard because I think I need one for today. But unfortunately, I don't have one. And on that note, it's time for your favorite segment. It's time for my favorite segment. It's time for everybody's favorite segment. It's time for Cheap Pops.
What does everybody want? What does everybody need?
Oh, another cheap pop.
What does everybody love?
Oh, that cheap pop is there for the taking.
Let's talk about it. Ricky Starks appeared in GCW. They had a show tonight. Coincidentally, so did AEW. And Ricky Starks wasn't on the AEW show, but he was on the GCW show. He showed up. I don't know. It looked like they were in a mall. And he walked down the little ramp there. Someone linked it to like Lex Luger showing up in WCW for the first time. And he got on the microphone and he basically said, "One thing about me, passion runs through my blood, and I will be damned if I sit at home and I get frozen out. I'll be damned if I sit at home and I let my career dwindle." That's what he said on the microphone. I guess I don't know what this really means. It's just funny that he showed up on another show the same night that AEW was putting on their pay-per-view. Are we trying to create a story here, or is he just like rebelling against the company, trying to get out of his contract?
I think anything said on a microphone is story. There might be some truth to it, and there is some truth to that. Why would he sit at home? They're obviously not using him.
Yeah, doesn't seem like there is plans to use him at all.
I do think it's interesting that Ricky Starks clearly wants to wrestle, and I bet he would, jump at the chance to wrestle for AEW.
Yeah, it is something. It is weird that all these originals are just showing up in other companies first.
Yep.
And another thing that's weird is they're all saying kind of the same thing. Oh, yeah, AEW didn't need me. Well, Ricky didn't say that, but Eddie Kingston, he did an interview. He said that. It's like everybody's just saying the same thing. Oh, yeah, hey, they're good. They don't need me.
Kingston's hurt, though, isn't he?
Not anymore.
Oh.
Or maybe he still is.
I thought he had like a broken leg or something.
But Ricky Starks, he recently said, I'm not hurt. They're just not using me. So it is interesting that he used the term iced out. So
Yeah,
it
but
kind of
there's
confirms as like, oh yeah, we're just keeping you off TV. No intention on using you, nor letting you out of your contract. You're just gonna sit there.
there is probably some truth to what he was saying. Like, if you ain't gonna use me, I'll find somebody who does. But at the same time, I mean, he probably signed an NDA. They like that at AEW. So I don't think there'd be too much truth that he could spew out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, we shall see what happens to him. Now, speaking of NDA, that's a good one. Our next story comes by way of WWE ID. As you remember, WWE has this new thing. Basically, the best way to put it is they ID you. It's kind of like a scholarship. Remember in high school, like the last few months, everybody knew what school they were kind of going to go to. So it's just like, oh yeah, he's going to BYU or he's going to Houston. And you just like basically walk around with that tag on you. So yeah, that's what I would liken it to. We've had a couple signings. No one that I would ever have heard of until now. This is the first one I've actually heard of. And that is Kylie Ray. She received her WWE ID designation. She was at an indie show and they presented her with her ID. Now, she's already been in AEW. She's already been in WWE. She had that dark match, I believe.
So why is she getting a scholarship if she's already made it?
I don't know. She left wrestling for a little bit. I'm not going to joke here. People actually equated her leaving to what happened with her and Chris Jericho. What happened between them two is the reason she left wrestling. So some people say. That, by the way, is Chris Jericho hitting on her. And then when she said no, nothing happened. Like he didn't pursue it. Like he didn't pursue anything. She said no, and that was that.
I'd say the only flaw in his game there, because from what I understand, he told her that he was having a party or something, and she showed up, and it was just him. But Jericho's flaw was inviting a woman to his hotel room alone. Not that, I mean,
Well,
personally,
he's just trying to get down to business.
there you go. I mean, normal people would see like, okay, he shot his shot, he missed, that was the end of it. But I think in today's day and age, an older man invites a younger woman up to his hotel room alone. You know how that's going to get spun.
Yeah, even though she said nothing happened past.
Right.
It sounds like she didn't even cry victim. People were crying victim for her.
Yeah, I remember it becoming a big story. I don't know if it was Sean Ross Sapp, but he basically made it into a big deal.
It probably was him. I think he's really on her team. Maybe he thinks he's going to get something out of it.
Probably.
I'm not saying that's the only reason you would help someone, but, you know,
Probably.
when you go that hard, it just seems like that's what you're after.
Which that would just make him a hypocrite.
That's true.
So she was hit on and then she got sad and quit wrestling?
That's the story, yes. I think there was a drinking problem on it as well, or...
She developed drinking? God damn. Chris Jericho's not that old and disgusting. God
well, I
damn.
think it was before then.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that was the one incident. Pushed her that far over the edge. But yeah, that's that. Good for her. She gets like a third chance at making it in the wrestling industry.
Yeah, I think it's a bigger story that she has already been to these major companies and she's getting a scholarship. Like, wouldn't you have that designated for somebody that actually fucking is moving up and deserves it? Somebody that doesn't have maybe the resources?
That was supposed to be the idea.
Surely she has contact. I mean, fuck, Sean Ross Sapp. We can probably get her a phone number.
Yeah. And the fact that she was already with WWE, well, just for that one match, but she was with AEW for a while too. So.
Yeah, I don't like that. To me, that's antithetical to what my understanding of the ID program is supposed to be.
Yeah. It's not supposed to be that. That's like someone getting a college scholarship and then you got like a person who played in the NFL or something.
Or if they give Gable Stevenson one. It's like, motherfucker, you've already been there.
Yeah, and it's like, what are we even doing here?
See a lot of potential in that Lesnar guy.
Yeah, let's idea, even though he's like at the end of his career. But yeah, congratulations to her.
You scammed him.
2 more stories here. Jade Cargill. Now, if you watched SmackDown, you saw that they ran an angle. Now, before we even get into this part, I just want to say, I don't know the spoilers. I haven't looked at the spoilers. I know the show's taped, so this is all just a guess. But Jade Cargill, she was attacked. As you said earlier, she was seemingly thrown off a balcony onto a car. And they did do an update that she's got stuff happening. So she'll be missing 1, the United States Championship Tournament. 2, she'll be missing War Games. But there was a lingering question within this, and it's who attacked Jade Cargill? Do you have a guess right now?
No. My exact note was that this is an intriguing little mystery, but I swear to Christ, if it ends up being Shotzi Blackheart or Candice LeRae or Mia Yim, we're going to start covering Canadian ice hockey.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's going to be Shotzi.
It'd be kind of cool if it was Bailey.
Yes, it's either Bailey or Naomi. Very, very outside chance that it's BFAB.
Why Naomi?
Well, she might be winning the United States title over Bailey, and she might be turning heel.
Okay.
And taking out Jade benefits her probably the most. Now, there is a replacement coming, so there's an outside chance that it's the replacement that took her out. Because someone's taking her spot in the tournament. So depending on who that is, it could have been that person, or it could just be Charlotte Flair. It's not out of the question.
What if it's Asuka?
It could be. I don't know how close she is to coming back.
Wasn't she doing some shit in Japan?
I thought she was hurt.
I thought she was better.
Well, then it could be Asuka.
She can come back with eye makeup on because they like to do the same shit.
Yeah, that's how they do it. Yeah, my guess is on it being Naomi or Bailey. And I don't know BFAB in there just as like a complete curveball.
Well, I kind of want it to be a curveball. I want it to be somebody that we don't know who it is. I don't know. Maybe somebody just systematically takes out all the women. And then you got like a Lady Gunther or something.
No, that would be good.
Mm-hmm. Too bad they don't have Camille.
Yeah, she's getting ruined on AEW now.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Now, Naomi, though, she has been heavily defending herself on social media.
That she didn't do it?
Yes. Because the USA Network, I guess they posted a picture of like Jade Cargill getting attacked, and yeah, just a bunch of accounts were like, it's 100% Naomi. They had Naomi's picture. I can't find the actual picture, but Naomi said, I expect apologies when I get my name cleared. Yeah, right. No one apologizes. They're just going to stop talking.
They just move on to something else to be wrong about.
So she's defended herself, but it still seems as if it's her, even though she's defending herself.
Okay. I guess we'll find out.
But we
I
shall
just know if
find
it's
out.
Shotzi or Mia EM, I'm done.
Let's just hope not. And then our final thing. This just came up recently, today, as a matter of fact. Bobby Lashley. He is running his mouth again, but maybe he's not so far off this time. So, as we know, AEW, they had their Full Gear show. After the show, they usually do their post-media scrums. And I guess the question was asked to Bobby Lashley about him being a black champion in the AEW. And he basically answered the question by saying, I don't like black champion. It's just champion. We've normalized this already. So basically, he doesn't like being called the black champion. Just wants to be called a champion. Not that he's champion, but you get what I'm after here. And I tend to agree with him. Like all this.
Hold on, Tyson. I think I'm more qualified to talk about this than you. No.
I'm just saying, I agree with him on this. Like, how many black champions have you had? Or Tony Khan, he recently came out and he said something about, I believe I have the best black wrestlers. And it's like, can't you just have the best wrestlers? Isn't that your whole tagline is we're the best wrestle? Yeah. I didn't know it was we're the best blacks wrestle. Like, why do you have to throw that description in there?
Because for some reason that's like culturally important now.
That is true. They were asked specifically about the black thing.
Yeah, you have to go out of your way to showcase how many blacks you have under your stable, and then you gotta lean into the LGBT stuff. It's part of it, I guess.
You gotta push them to the moon. You can't never stop.
I agree with Bobby Lashley too, though, because I don't think it does anybody good to put an asterisk, I guess, because if Booker T beats Triple H at WrestleMania instead of the other way around, well, Booker T's the black champion. Well, no, he's the champion.
Yeah, just the champion. So why throw black in there?
Yeah, that just seems like you're going an asterisk. Like it's not legitimate because they're black.
Yeah, then it's like, well, did they win it because they're black?
There is that. Like Kofi.
Yeah, was it getting too hot so you just had to do it?
Although Lashley's a real one, so.
Yeah, he's legitimate, but this wasn't wrestling, but someone put it in a way is like they're more concerned of just about like not having people being mad as opposed to actually concerned about the thing itself. Like the only reason they're concerned with it is because people are mad at it, not that they like actually are concerned with it. But yeah, we need to normalize just champion, not because of this, that, or the other. I don't think that's a reason to be a champion. So I'm glad that Bobby Lashley actually said that in public.
Unfortunately, Bobby Lashley will probably get attacked.
He's probably an idiot now.
Yeah, he's racist.
Oh, you're Uncle Tom.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it is always funny though that people they think you're in, so they include you. You could be a next black champion. Oh, I just want to be the next champion. Fuck you. It's like, whoa, you can't say that. Yes, we can.
Yeah, you already confirmed it.
Yeah.
You failed the purity test.
But yeah, it is going to be interesting to see where the conversation on that goes, because I'm sure people are going to turn on him because he doesn't accept their ideology. We'll see how it plays out. This comment just happened a few hours ago, so we'll see how it plays out when it gets the attention that it needs.